hailing from a small town, I introduce to you the IA Music Podcast with your host, Omar. A podcast that revolves around music, art, talent, and just having fun. Now starts the IA Music Podcast.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Tune into the IA Music Podcast. I am your host, Omar. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. This is the IA Music Podcast. Today is July 27, 2015. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully everybody's doing great. What's up, everybody? This is episode 36 of the IA Music Podcast, and I'm going to keep this intro short because I just want to get into the interview already. And I was supposed to upload this interview yesterday, but you know how stuff goes. This episode 36 is going to feature this band called Subject 16. And Subject 16 is a band from Central California, and they just released a record called Sulfur. And you can find this record on iTunes, and you can find it, stream it on Spotify, and just look up Subject 16 Sulfur. That's at Subject 16, and just look them up. And this is the band called Sulfur. This is the album called Sulfur. Look them up. They came by. They said they wanted to promote this record. I'm looking at it right now, and I said, of course. I said, yeah, man. I looked at the record and I was like, yo, this record is badass. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it right now. It's like artwork. It looks awesome, and CD. I don't know if that's a CD. It's a CD. I don't know. It's just I like how they put time and effort into their music. So this is Subject 16. I was like, they wanted to interview. I was like, yeah, dude, more than welcome to stop by. Set that up, and they just released this album on July 24th, Friday. That's when this record dropped, and then they came by. For an interview, so I was able to interview them and just get to know Subject 16 and what they're about. So this episode 36 is going to feature Subject 16, and they were here promoting their album called Sulfur. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this interview. And this is episode 36 of the IA Music Podcast. Like I said, I'm going to keep it short, and I'll see you guys next time. Check out the IA Music Podcast. Check out iapodcast.com. And what else? Thanks for checking out the website. Thanks to everybody supporting the IA Music Podcast. And let's keep it going. I got a bunch of other interviews coming up too, so look out for those. But for right now, this is Subject 16 with Sulfur. Well, not Sulfur. This next song is not called Sulfur. This next song you're about to hear is called Bits and Pieces. This is a song called Bits and Pieces by Subject 16. And you're about to hear that song, and then we'll go to the interview. But thanks, everybody. I'm done for today. I had to keep it short, like I was saying. Hey, sometimes I go over the limit. I'm going to, just keep it chill for right now. But yeah, this is episode 36 of the IA Music Podcast. Thanks, everybody. I'm done. I'll see you guys later. back with the IE Music Podcast, and I'm here with Subject 16, right?
Yes, sir.
How you guys doing today, Subject 16?
I'm doing fabulous, thank you.
Pretty well.
Yeah?
I'm doing all right.
All right, and in the studio we got David,
Hi.
and we got Art,
Yes, sir.
and we got Luis.
I do
Louis,
vocals.
right? Do the
The band.
vocals, right? Yeah. And what do you guys do? Yeah, can you guys introduce you guys yourselves? Hold on, I gotta press record somewhere. Hold on.
Press the, I think the on button. Yeah, just press it 2 times. The top one.
This one?
Yes.
2 times?
Yeah. There you go. We're good.
Again?
Yeah.
All right, we're back with the IE Music Podcast, and they want to press record with the camera. So this is Subject 16. So how you guys doing today? You guys want to introduce you guys yourselves, and what do you guys play in the band?
Well, to answer your first question, we're doing pretty well.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, I got a lot of questions for you guys. Yeah.
So we're good there. I'm Art. I play guitar. I do like little background vocals a little bit.
I'm David. I sing. No, I'm just kidding. I attempt to sing for our backup, and I do guitar. I do all the guitar,
Nice.
all of it.
David does all the solos, and I'm Luis, and I sing and I scream, and I make all the weird sound effects for the band as well.
He's the one that goes rah rah rah.
Rah, 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 right. Nice. So Subject 16, how long you guys been a band?
We've been a band for been 3 years.
years.
Yeah, like 3 years and like I don't know how many months. 3 years and what?
2012 now.
2012.
Yeah.
Summer of 2012.
So you guys been around for a while? Not a while.
Well,
Yeah.
more like February of 2012.
But I like to say summer because it's a little bit more to the point, and it's like prettier that way. So it's like summer of the 012.
That's true.
Nice.
That's true. You got that. You're right there.
So since then.
Since then? 2012?
And actually, if you really want to get technical, it goes back to 2010.
Okay.
2011 actually.
2011? 2011 in high school when Art and I used to play for a music class.
Oh no! You're going to. That's 2009.
No, because
No, I'm pretty
There's-
sure it's not 2009.
You weren't there. You were still in preschool.
We also got Melanie in studio too. Hi, Melanie. And then we got Anthony in studio as well. Yeah. So, Melanie was saying 2000 what?
I'm just kidding.
You're kidding? Oh, shit.
Yeah, we go far back. I mean,
Nice.
me and Luis have been jamming since 2009,
Right.
around there. But we weren't in a school like rock band, rock combo for Central. If anybody's like familiar with that.
Right.
So it was like a school cover band
I
kind
really
of.
didn't want to name drop it, but
Yeah.
you did.
Well, geez, I'm sorry. What if people want to?
Because everybody listening to it is going to go like, oh, rock combo. God damn it. They're not going to listen to it anymore.
Yeah, and then as far back as so that was me and Luis, and then me and David have been jamming since 2011, but we didn't come together as a group until 2012 with us three, the original three.
Nice. Original 3?
Mhm.
What's up, David?
we call ourselves the Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity. Nice. So it's always been 3? Only 3 members the whole time? Or is there any other bass player? I
Well-
mean, because I heard 2 guitars and
Who's
drummer.
that?
That's, okay. All right. Nice.
What's a bass?
Nice. Yeah, obviously you heard the song right now, Bits and Pieces. That song I just played right now. Bits and Pieces. What is that song, Bits and Pieces? What does that song mean to you guys? Since I just played it.
Can I do this one?
Go ahead, dude.
Yeah.
I wrote it about Art's ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Nice.
If she's watching this, yeah, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So that's what it's about. Is it really about his ex-girlfriend, or he's
Yeah, it is.
It's
All right,
funny though
nice.
because I didn't write the. It's funny because I didn't write the lyrics to it. I was like, me and David were chilling
Yeah.
in my room one night. We had already made the instrumental, and I was like, man, David, this sucks. Like, you know, I was like
Hey,
ex-girlfriend problems and stuff.
Okay.
All the lyrics are basically like secondhand information.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what pretty much happened was, I went to sleep really early that night, or I was talking, and David stayed up in my room. And like I woke up and I see a notebook on the floor and David like passed out on the floor like with his head a bunch of like drool everywhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, wait, David got lyrics, you know? So that's pretty much how that came about. And the next morning, like, oh, I wrote this last night here, and he read it. And that's how the song came to be.
All right. Nice,
So
dude. That was Bits and Pieces by Subject 16, right?
yeah, it's
Okay,
not a
nice.
cover.
And so what does Subject 16 mean, man? What is the name Subject 16?
Oh God.
I never wanted to answer this, but all right.
Well, the name David and I when we David recruited me into the band,
Yeah.
and as we were starting our first couple jam sessions, like Art and David already had a couple songs in place. I was playing drums back at the time,
Okay.
and Well, we were coming up with names. We came up with a bunch of bad ones, and then one day David said Subject 16. David and I are big Assassin's Creed fans.
Yeah.
And that is a direct reference to a character from the Assassin's Creed
Is it because
series.
I kind of Googled it, so I just seen it. All I
Yeah.
saw was Assassin's Creed.
Is that all you found?
Yeah.
So like, we're kind of hoping that like, you know, after a while, when you Google the word Subject 16, all you see is us instead of the Assassin's Creed thing. So that's where it came from.
We're taking over the hashtag though now.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. And what does a Subject 16 mean on the game? Or what is that? Or was it a character? Or?
Yeah, he's a character.
Okay.
It's like a weird computer thing where it's like he's trapped in a. It's like think of Tron type of thing.
All right.
But that's really what it is. But like it's grown so much beyond that.
So you brought it to the table, Luis?
Well, David came up with the name.
Okay.
I
David.
totally was for it.
And I hated it.
And then Art was like, okay. Yeah,
Well,
let's do it.
I mean, they're answering all this because I'm not a big gamer, and
Okay.
as much as they are, and I had no clue what it was. I was like, sounds like a really pop punk name.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's cool, I guess. It grew on me, and now I like it a lot.
All right.
But it grew on me. At first, I wasn't too crazy about it, but it's a catchy name.
It is. I mean, I don't say it fits you guys, but it does. I mean, when I heard it first.
we have been called Sweet 16 shows. So.
I think the reason it will work so well is because
Yeah.
the alliteration. I'm not gonna say SS.
Well,
S1.
The SS.
well, it's two S's.
Yeah,
after
alliteration.
another. Not SS. Don't say
It
SS.
rolls off
We're
the
not
tongue.
sending out that message.
Right. Nice. And so, how many releases do you guys have? How many releases are out there by Subject 16?
Well, this is like our first legitimate one. Before
one?
that, it was just kind of a demo, but
Okay.
I mean, it was just like a garage demo.
Unofficial.
It was just us recording, and the tracks were all over the place. So I mean, just kind of how bands start usually. But we kept that for like a couple years,
Right.
and we didn't start making this EP until we had the idea to make everything around this time 2 years ago.
Okay.
So like we had already had the ideas. We were trying to find a studio and stuff, and it didn't come about until around September.
Right.
August, when we actually found a guy to record it, which is he's in Calexico.
Okay.
His name's Joel. He's at Pure Tone Music Shop.
So Imperial Music's out recorded this?
He recorded that, yeah. In regards to mastering, he didn't do the final master.
Yeah, source that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our first release, but the whole process started legitimately September, October 2013, around there.
It's
Yeah.
been a while planning. This
Yeah,
record.
Yeah.
this project has been big time in the works for
Okay.
A while.
2 years.
If there was a quote for it, it's like, oh, when's the Subject 16 EP coming out? And it's gonna say, oh, in a few months, Subject 16, 2013.
One day it'll come out.
Eventually, so you guys were procrastinating, lagging on it, or it just?
It wasn't really lag. It was more just the thing is that when we wanted to record, we wanted to do as best quality as we could. We didn't want to just kind of half-ass it. And what happened was when we got to the guy, there was a lot of things that in the studio wise we weren't used to.
Yeah.
And also that the guy wasn't really used to doing on his end, the recording guy, because he was more of a rock, kind of like Spanish rock guy.
Right.
That was his style of recording, and we come in doing like metalcore stuff, whatever. And he had some things to learn on his end, like, okay, well, we want it to sound this way, and then on our end, since a few of us had never recorded in their lives,
Right.
like or in our music career, it took some time for that, and then we were only gonna do 3 songs originally,
Right.
and we decided to add 2 more. And actually, what took the longer to
Well,
do.
it was gonna be 4 and then 5.
It was 4, and then it turned to 5. And actually, the last song we kind of wrote it during the whole process.
Right.
So we had already started recording like four songs, and then we had to rewrite. We wanted to rewrite another one, and then that's the last one that we added on the EP. So the last one is actually rewritten. We used to play it differently when we first started as a band. That's an older song, but redone.
Much better too.
Also, to make Art's super long answer really short, it was all money.
It was all money.
It was
That's what
all
it was. Okay.
Well, not on my end.
Well,
It was all money.
it was mostly
That
the financial part of it, only because we didn't. This isn't like a package deal where we like went into the studio for like a whole week and recorded
Right.
this. It did take.
It could have been.
It did
but-
take
Yeah.
2 years. Well, 2 years in the making, but it took us like a year. Like,
To record, yeah.
And that shows
To make.
that's good. I was telling fucking Art Art when he came in.
That's
like,
my name, Art Rubio.
Art.
Yeah. When I was telling
Don't wear it out.
When I was telling Art when he brought this in, I was like, man, this is fucking really cool. Like I like bands that put time and money into the records. You know what I mean? I think so because it just shows what you guys have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and actually, like me personally and them too, we all like that. You know, like when we see something like really cool, you know.
Like I smelled it and like
That's exactly what I did. I put my nose to it as
Yeah,
soon as
yeah.
I unwrapped it.
it smells like a fucking brand new record. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just smells
Oh,
like Walmart.
I think we should mention actually because we've just been talking about the record the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know when this podcast comes out, like when you're gonna officially put it online.
Well, today is Sunday, July 26th.
So it's out now.
It's out. No,
It's,
yeah,
it's out now.
July 26th. Yeah, that's when I was gonna play.
We
Right,
want-
Melanie?
Oh, it's already out. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want
Yeah.
to officially announce that
I was
it's
gonna upload
out,
the best episode July
on
26th.
iTunes, and if you know us personally, you can buy it from us.
And other platforms as well.
Okay.
So are we in the future,
We're in the
or
future,
are we
yeah.
time traveling?
So this record released on July
24th,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna upload this podcast on July 26th. So
So-
today is July
Perfect.
26th.
Yeah, it's
Pretend it's July
iTunes.
26th.
future.
Actually, I think this time around, if you do Google the word Subject 16, you'll be able to find it.
Nice.
Like,
So
pretty
is it on
easily.
iTunes? You guys are saying? Yeah.
It's everywhere actually.
Cool.
iTunes, the new YouTube streaming service,
Okay.
Google Play, Beats Music, even
Right.
Isn't
Tidal.
it Spotify too or
It's
no?
it's on Spotify. It's gonna be everywhere.
and then we haven't even
In
talked
your
about.
mom's album collection.
Yeah, nice. we haven't even talked about the record name, Sulfur. Like that's what it's
Sulfur.
called, right? So that's what you guys are here promoting. Subject 16, Sulfur, the album, right?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And what does Sulfur mean? How did you guys come up with this name?
It's.
Title, name's the title.
get that one or?
Yeah, that's all Luis right there.
Is it okay?
The concept for the art and stuff like that, and the thinking behind what the album is.
Yeah.
I came up with I wanted to use like symbolism and mysticism in
Right.
terms of what the album was. I wanted to make it like really weird and abstract. I just started researching literally the number 16
Mm-hmm.
and like anything that the number 16 comes across with. It was kind of.
What does it mean?
It sounds kind of dumb now, but sulfur is the 16th element on the periodic table. Sulfur is actually a really corrosive material. It's the most metal, if you will, of all the elements on the periodic table. So yeah, the when I found that, when I
Brutal.
made that connection, I was like, sulfur, subject 16. There's S's everywhere. Like it all kind of fit together nice and neatly. And then I think even Rudy, our drummer, one time I've been trying to get him to find it again, but it was like a quote, and it was like on Mercury it only rains sulfur. And it's like this really scary quote, but I was like, dude, this is the most fucking metal thing
Dark.
I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I was like, we should put that on the back of the album somewhere.
Nice.
He's never been able to find it, but some shit like that. It was-
Okay, did you guys put it in the album or no? The
No.
quote? No?
No.
That's right. No, okay. So that's what Sulfur means. Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
what
that's
Metal.
why the album is titled Sulfur. As far as like the general like concept overall though is we plan later on in the future to make this a full album.
Okay.
And,
It's only like, what,
and
5 songs?
Sulfur ties into that. Sulfur ties into the album. Sulfur actually, we joke around that Moth is the title track because Moth is actually an acronym for something that we will never reveal. And so yeah, it's a bigger concept overall. Sulfur is like the entry point into what an album will later be on.
What's
in the
up to
future.
come? Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
next. Okay.
one day.
One day.
Don't get all excited, people. It's not gonna.
Slow
it's not gonna
down.
be next year.
Slow down. Yeah.
I mean, hopefully, but
Unless.
Nice.
You heard it
So,
here first.
so I played bits and pieces. I'm about to play another song. If that's cool with you guys. What song do you guys want me to play next?
Shoot, man.
I'd say next, I'd go with, I guess, kind of warm-up tracks.
Ashes fall.
Ashes
You
Fall.
down with that? All right,
Oh,
then.
damn, you're gonna do that as a warm-up track?
Okay, now let's do Lucidity.
All right, Lucidity first. That one's a hometown favorite, apparently.
Which one?
Lucidity is
Lucidity?
the fourth one, yeah.
Hey, it's a hometown favorite. Why do you say that, man?
Well, because that's the only one everyone.
'Cause my mom
remembers when
likes
we
it.
play.
Because mom likes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be
yeah,
cool.
other family members like that. Like that song.
That's the dad rock.
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
the dad rock.
Is it
Got-
sounds like that?
It's got guitar solos and wah wah and wee wee and wah pedal and everything.
And it's also got that rah 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 stuff.
Yeah, for the kids.
For the kids. Who wrote this song?
I did.
You wrote it?
No, I'm just kidding.
Who wrote this song? Was he Luis?
Yeah,
Yeah.
David and I.
David? Okay.
Yeah, David had like most of it. I did some parts of it, and then Art had like his leads over it and stuff. And then David did a beautiful guitar solo on top of everything.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's all right. It's okay.
So,
really awesome.
okay, so I'm about to play what it's called? How you guys say it?
Lucidity.
Lucidity. Nice. And what does the song mean to you guys?
Oh, should I? This is
Yeah,
my turn now.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is yours.
This is totally my turn. All right. Basically, you understand the concept of lucid dreaming.
Okay.
If you listen to the lyrics, it's basically a guy. He lost somebody he loved. Let's just say it's a girl, or it could be a woman who lost a boyfriend.
Right.
It's
Or a guy who lost a guy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's legal now.
In today's
Yeah.
world,
Love
yeah.
wins.
I mean, it's been legal,
Or a
but
girl who lost a girl.
Yeah.
Or a girl who lost a guy who wants to be a girl. You know, we're really progressive here, guys.
A dog lost a dog, maybe.
we were thinking
yeah,
ahead.
Okay.
yeah, you know.
Anyone, it
Woman
could-
lost her
A
dog.
cat lost a dog.
Okay.
All right, enough of the
Okay,
joke.
so when I came up with the lyrics, there were scratch lyrics on there. Luis came up with,
Right.
and one of the ones that stuck with me was "Open Up Your Eyes." So I was just like, oh, all right, I'm gonna play around with that. So I made a whole concept of a guy that uses dreams to see their dead significant other. They use dreams to get there, like to relive those memories. And so eventually it's not good enough, so the person ends up committing suicide to get to the other side, to rejoin with their love. And it's really just like a mind twist. It's a story overall.
Therein lies my dream, in my perfected fantasy. Take a step inside my paradise, step inside my new reality. Closer and closer, yet still so far away. Keep dreaming, believing I will see you someday. Open up your eyes, I just wanna see you one last time. Can't you please just stay here now with me before I awaken to I cannot believe in these fabricated dreams. You're forever alive on the other side. I hope you rest in peace till the day we meet. I was barely alive in my own damn mind.
Yeah.
in Subject 16.
Nice. Well, you just heard the song. I fucking even say it. I didn't say it, man.
Lucidity.
Lucidity. There you go.
I like to
you
kid
say
around.
it first before I can say it.
I like to kid around and I call it Luis City.
Luis City.
Luis
Luis City. Hell yeah.
Luis City.
So, who came in with the riffs and the guitars? Did you write that song too, David?
I came up with the intro riff.
Intro. Okay.
After that, it's just I didn't really write a whole lot on that song, but
Yeah.
after that, it was a mess on who I did this, I did that, I wrote that. Why did you copy my idea when I told you yesterday that I wrote it amongst these two knuckleheads over here?
Was
So that yeah, it was a bunch of back and forth. Like, oh, I did this, but you did this yesterday. So
Yeah.
it's just stuff
Also,
like that.
also, fun fact, I've never laughed harder in the band than making that song.
That was that
Oh,
night that
nice.
we did the majority of that writing that song. There's a riff in that song. I'm not gonna like point it out because you can listen to it later. But there's a point, a riff in the song. It's like a rhythm
Yeah.
part. And as we were writing it, it was like I was just playing the drum. We were just kind of jamming along.
Right.
And then I was like, wait, stop, play that again. And then we kept on playing it, and I thought it was so funny. And we were like dancing to it. Art was like playing, and then we were doing like the Egyptian stuff, and it was the
Yeah.
funnest night.
These are all old songs you guys were saying then? Kind of old songs or?
Yeah,
About a year ago?
The first two.
No, not the first two,
Actually-
David. The
Well, yeah.
bits, yeah.
Lucidity.
Okay, I thought you meant on the EP because they're
Those are
not.
some that we wrote like within the first like 6 months of being a band or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
So yeah,
And then you just
some
decided to
older-
record them? All of them? Decided to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a point where Bits and Pieces was our favorite song.
Yeah.
That's true. It's probably vocally or in terms of vocals.
Right.
It's one of my favorite songs because it's layers upon layers of vocals.
Nice.
We actually it was always my idea to have there's a chant in Bits and Pieces in the chorus. And it was always my idea to have it, but we never played it live.
Right.
And the studio, we got David, and Kevin, who's hi Kevin, how you
What's
doing?
up, Kevin?
He's
Our band
our
bassist.
former bassist.
Okay.
So we did vocals with him. We did a chant, and then there's like a bunch of harmonies in the song, and it's fun to play live. It's fun
So
to
Luis,
sing live.
Luis, as a vocalist, you like to do voiceovers with your vocals?
Yeah, I love
He overdoes it.
doing
good.
harmonies
Alright.
and just layering and layering. I don't know if we're gonna get to all the songs, right?
Yeah. If you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Sure.
we're playing
I don't
them.
mind.
We're listening to this whole record on the podcast.
The
Okay,
last
cool.
song.
It's not for download, so they still have to go.
I have a bedtime.
Yeah.
No, the last song on the album EP
Yeah.
has a part that I improvised, and I was so excited after I went to the studio. These guys hadn't heard it yet. I was like, oh my god, when you hear the next mix, you guys are going to shit your pants. And then they heard it and they're like, oh, that's cool. And I was so excited because it was like lyrics from the old version of the song, and like I reworked them into the new version of the song, and I was so excited, and like I thought it was so clever. I thought it was the smartest thing I've ever done. And then they're just like, that's cool. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yes.
Well, I really liked it, but it was like, you gotta remember, dude, it was like 9 a.m. Me and David probably went out partying the night before, because for some weird reason,
it's illegal now if you two do it together.
no, man, no, for some weird reason, me and David noticed we would go out and like, I wouldn't party, I guess, super late, like up until 4 a.m. and we had to be at the studio at like 8 or 9.
Oh shit.
And we had to drive to Calexico, so we were all like, all hungover,
Kind of
crudo,
drunk still?
whatever,
Yeah.
on the way to the studio. So I mean, it's not
good.
sloppy. It's not sloppy.
Yeah.
Don't think the EP is. It's just
But we did pretty good.
It's
yeah.
about being a rock
It
band,
just,
huh?
yeah, rock and roll.
It has the soul of a rock band.
So Luis, back to Luis. How long you been singing for, man?
Oh god. Okay, so this is gonna be a short segment, I guess, right?
It's
This is a good story here.
Yesterday. No,
That's all, folks.
I've actually, like, I'm in no way, shape, or form like a professional singer. I don't like to say that I am or anything. But I've enjoyed singing since I was like taking it seriously since I was like 12, 13.
Okay.
And I've been doing like YouTube videos since then.
Oh, nice.
So when
Drinking liquor and shit.
was that?
Drinking liquor and all that.
Sure.
And orange juice.
Mom? No. But yeah, I've been doing that since I was about 13. Like, you can still see like one of the first videos I did.
Right.
I looked all skinny and scrawny with my scene hair and everything. And when our former vocalist left the band and we were like, okay, let's rearrange things around. I was like, I know someone who could play drums because I didn't want to play that anymore, and I jumped the gun at doing vocals, and I've loved doing it ever since. So, and it's something cool because like it's not now just singing songs that I like. It's stuff that I can. I like coming up with stuff that's like difficult for me to do.
Right.
So that for me it feels like an accomplishment, I guess. So like I like listening to the track and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like I can't believe I came up with that.
Yeah.
Basically. So
I mean, I asked you because I hear like the layers that you were mentioning. I do hear like the screaming with the singing,
Yeah.
the vocals. That sounds pretty cool in my opinion.
there's a lot of stuff in there. So.
Yeah. So what's what next song we should play from you guys? And then I was thinking the last song since we want to play, or should we say that for last?
Well, you know what? Since Luis kind of gave a little bit of like
Prometheus?
what he added, play Prometheus would be the
So
next
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
I concur.
as far as creating the music, who creates the music with you guys? Is it just you, David, and David?
It's all me.
It's all me.
Yeah.
What?
Just kidding. No, I mean, in regards to
There's a drummer too, then, right? He's not here. The drummer.
No,
Oh,
he-
the drummer?
We recently lost him.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't bring that up. I was
What?
you know,
He's not dead. He's not dead.
I didn't catch that. I got
hope
it right
you're
now.
okay. I love you.
We love you wherever you went.
All right, so let's not even talk about the drummer then. Let's talk about the guitar. So I guess that's some.
Well, yeah. Actually, well, the first like year of, I'm gonna say first 4 songs we wrote, I didn't really take part in really a lot of the writing.
Okay.
These guys pretty much did.
You're like,
Actually, no. Starting on
Bits and pieces actually was like, that's when I started. That's when I started collaborating, and that's when I started really starting to put my parts in because they started liking what I was making.
It started becoming Subject 16 featuring art.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Nice.
much. That was a
art and the
feature.
subjects. That's what we changed it.
Was that a good fit for you, David? Finding art or?
Oh no, I hated him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No.
Hey, you want to?
It's okay. Should we talk about Subject 15?
What?
Oh, subject 15. Oh, you want to start there? Go ahead, and then we'll go on to the
We joke around that we were Subject 15 because
Yeah.
me, Art, and another drummer, you may know him, Cesar Martinez.
Oh, I don't know.
We're I don't know who he is. So we were jamming, and initially we're trying to go for let's go metal, but not too metal, not the metal that back then it was hardcore.
Okay.
We weren't trying to get that.
Like dancing and shit.
What?
Like dancing and shit. Yeah.
I'm pumping my arms.
You can't see that.
You can't see that.
Visual.
hardcore dancing.
So what ended up happening is we were jamming, and then me and Caesar were like, oh man, I really like jamming with you, but I was kind of a dick.
Oh, okay.
And at the time he had a very annoying issue. It was called being annoying. And,
Talking about Caesar or me?
I'm talking about you.
Okay, all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was a little lost
Okay,
there for a moment.
yeah,
Okay,
no.
yeah.
And
So I played football afterwards for about a few months.
yeah,
Just to throw that in there.
yeah. So he was in hiatus. He was hiatus for a bit. Me and Caesar tried to jam. We ended up not doing anything. So I ended up not making the band I've always wanted in high school.
Okay.
So fast forward, 2012?
Coach would have put me in fourth quarter critic in state.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just kidding.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, yeah. Fast forward and
So
Number 1 draft pick.
all me.
So fast forward to 2012, early. I was at a show. He was at a show. I wanted to jam again.
Yeah.
And beforehand, give it 2 weeks. I jammed with Luis.
Art was
On
the
drums.
ex-girlfriend that you were like, I gotta talk to her. I gotta talk to her today.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to get back together?
Hey baby, you wanna? So before that, I jammed with Luis
Okay.
on drums.
Right.
And
So Luis used to play drums, man?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to be the drummer for the band.
Okay, cool.
I used to be
you guys
All
the
right.
drummer for the band.
All
All
right.
right, there you go. Into the mic then. And so what ended up happening was I was like, hey, I know a drummer. He's a metal drummer. I told Art, I was like, you want to try jamming again? So we started jamming, and Art didn't like it at first. And
Really?
yeah,
I don't care. I'm saying.
he didn't like it at first because apparently me and Luis weren't fun, quote unquote.
Yeah, there was another band I was kind of helping out with, and we had fun on Fridays. They just wanted to jam, and I was like, psh, lame.
He was already in party
We
mode.
got work done. We actually got work done.
Yeah. Okay.
So and then around that time, Art matured. He wasn't as extravagant as he is then.
I was
Right.
a junior. You gotta keep in mind, I was a junior in high school. I was
Okay.
I was a
But now he
youngin.
was a
That's fairly
senior. He was responsible and stuff.
And so that ended up happening, and I really hope someday in the future somebody puts this all in order.
Oh.
The story,
Yeah.
because right now we're kind of
Top of our heads.
I don't know what it is.
what's that movie with the photograph or he writes on himself?
Butterfly effect?
No,
23?
No.
Butterfly Effect.
no, it's the one where he doesn't remember the movie's out of order.
Oh, Memento? I've never
Memento,
seen it,
yeah.
but I know what
Yeah,
it's about.
like I feel like it's like that right now.
Christopher
Cool.
Nolan's best.
Check out I Hate
Yeah,
Movies.
it's the only movie I like. So yeah, so we ended up jamming. We ended up making the first song, which we didn't have on here.
That's gonna be a B-side.
Yeah, well, someday we'll re-record it.
Yeah.
Hopefully on the album.
It'll be there someday.
Yeah. And so yeah, we ended
We're
up making.
also really big Nickelback fans.
Oh, that's you guys' second band actually that's a Nickelback fan. There's a bunch of Nickelback. There's another band that was promoting Nickelback. I'm sorry. Why are you guys Nickelback fans?
I was joking.
Really?
I feel bad now.
I think they were joking too, though. I think they were joking too. Like, you know, they brought up Nickelback too, though. You guys' second band that brought that up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, and then also you made me lose track of what I was gonna say. Let's see, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Something about,
High school? You graduated high school, or you went?
No, well, I was still in high
made a
school.
touchdown or something?
I made a touchdown.
Oh yeah, he won homecoming game.
He kept
You
running.
didn't play? Okay.
Yeah, he
We're
won
like,
You're
homecoming.
benched?
You can stop running. Man.
Yeah, I'm the only one I scored the only 3 points in the local Bell game. It's a
Okay.
big event for. Yeah, well, pretty much where David was headed, because I remember, he doesn't, but where David was headed with this was pretty much, we would jam, and then first couple songs, David, it was all them pretty much, and then bits and pieces is when I started coming in. So Lucidity is still them. I really didn't have a whole lot of say in that one.
The one thing that he did contribute was the lead during the pre-chorus. That.
You'll hear it.
Okay.
You'll hear it.
Yeah.
And my voice is on one of the screams in there, so you'll hear it. It's me and Luis Laird. So
It's the one that your dad always quotes.
yeah,
Alright.
pretty much.
Really? He listens to it? Your dad listens to this?
His dad loves that.
My dad's
Yeah?
a metalhead.
Is he?
for,
Okay,
he's Slayer and all that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then bits and pieces. Yeah, it's pretty much. That's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna start making stuff, and then that's when we all contributed. And the rest of the songs, with the exception of Lucidity,
Yeah.
it's contribution from like I put in too. It was contribution from all of us, and I
Yeah,
actually,
he put it in.
yeah.
So the drummer, he recorded the drums for this, though?
Yes and yes, no, yeah, and Luis too.
Luis, too? You contributed?
Yeah, I did some of the recording for the drums. Me and Rudy, our actual drummer.
So Rudy's an actual drummer?
Yeah.
You guys do have an actual drummer.
Yeah, he's real. He's a real person.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay,
he exists.
Okay, so you guys
So
do-
he is like the drummer for that's his assigned position. But he doesn't live here in the area where we recorded, and it wasn't easy to always get him around. So like that's why either I would do it, and then like he would come in and then fix whatever it was.
Where's he at right now?
He lives in. He's no longer with us. He's not dead. He lives in San Diego, California.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where he's from.
Are you guys all from the Valley then?
Everybody in the band's
Yeah.
from the Valley.
Valley
Just
kids? All right.
some people live in San Diego.
Valley bread,
Valley bread? Nice.
and now by like cut and sliced. Actually, yeah, cut and sliced. Valley bread.
The greatest thing since Valley Bread.
Canned bread.
That's awesome.
I don't know where I was going with that.
So we talked about, all right, we played bits and pieces, and then we played Lucidity, and then Prometheus also.
Yes.
So we have those 3 songs that we played. As far as Ashes Fall and Moth, what do you guys think about those songs? Which one should we play next?
Kind of glad we left those last.
Yeah.
Those are the heaviest ones.
Are they nice?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. We've played Ashes Fall. People have heard Ashes Fall.
Right.
It's my favorite song on the EP. I don't know why Art David always want to contradict that statement, but I say the next song we go with is Moth because everyone has heard it.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah, I'd
and
say we
it's
go
a
with that.
classic,
Is
and
it?
it's really good, and it's probably the better song on the EP. So I want to finish off with Ashes Fall.
So play Moth right now?
Play Moth right now,
Yeah.
yes.
Yo, DJ, spin that shit.
So we just heard Moth right now, and what does Moth mean to you guys? This is you guys present an intro. Is there a reason for that?
Once
or?
again, them too,
Yeah.
not me.
Again?
I'm not a part of this.
No, you want the like legit reason why we called it moth?
Yeah, why'd you call him Moth?
Because we're scared shitless of moths.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh my god.
Totally forgot about
Nice.
that.
Nice.
There's a lost recording somewhere.
Yeah.
We were rehearsing the song.
Wait, what
we were
happened? Yeah.
rehearsing the song in my garage, and then all of a sudden I look at Art, and he has a giant moth on his shoulder.
Fuck. Yeah, that's scary.
And it was big. It was like 6-inch thing.
We're talking Mothra size here. Like,
Mothra moth.
yeah.
And it was right on his shoulder, and I just jumped out of the drum kit, and I screamed at the top of my lungs.
Keep in mind, he was drumming when this was happening,
Yeah.
and in the recording, you just hear the drum stop and somebody shriek and yell, and somebody's yelling, and it's Luis. And so we say that recording, it's for our listening though, not anybody else's, because it's
It's
embarrassing on his part. I mean, I wouldn't want that out either, but
Yeah.
you know, so yeah.
He has it on there. It's on there somewhere, out there in the archive.
It's somewhere in the ether.
It's somewhere, but
Okay.
the funny thing is that we were that song Moth. We were rehearsing it and showing Rudy the drummer how what we had our ideas and stuff. So we were showing him our ideas, and the funny thing was we were like, okay, we need to we need to have a song name for this, and I was like, why don't we call it Moth, or we had some other names, but we ultimately decided to call it Moth. I was like, why don't we call it that because of the whole incident, so
Unanimously, we're just like,
we're like,
that's
yeah,
an awesome name.
Yeah.
so we're like, let's just go with Moth.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
that's the story.
Why is the reason why is the first song, or you just put it aside just since it's heavy, or that's why you put it first? What you guys?
Well, quote unquote, it's the title track, but you won't know that until we release an album one day.
is it okay?
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
then there'll be another title track.
yeah probably.
Yeah, it's pretty much just. we like all the songs obviously, but it's just for me. I felt like it was a good opener to open it, and then some people are already familiar with it, because we did have that out like a year and a half already out. Like we've been promoting that song, just that one though.
Oh, okay.
So people are already familiar with it, and for that reason, that's why I wanted to have it first.
Okay.
Also, that intro.
That intro.
And the intro
Yeah.
is just grabs you. It's meant to
Heavy.
be. It was
That
yeah.
intro,
It was meant to be. It's like just the way it starts out. It was meant to be the first song, like just the
Okay.
opener,
Yeah, okay.
and for an EP.
So you guys satisfied with this record?
Let me. Can I just hold
Yeah.
it? Can I just hold
Yeah.
it? Oh God. Like this is like I have a couple copies in my house, but like this is literally like maybe the 4th or 5th time that I touch it.
Okay.
That I hold it. So like I'm with you on this. Like I'm just like, oh, this is a real record
I
that
mean,
you guys have. Like,
yes,
what?
it is, man. That's
Like so, yeah, it's definitely exciting.
exciting.
For me to just
We're
look
happy
at it.
with the final product.
Yeah,
Definitely. We're
Everything.
definitely happy with
Like,
it.
it looks awesome.
it does look awesome. I mean, go buy or check out. Support Subject 16. Buy this
iTunes, Google
Sofer.
Play, and Spotify.
Yeah, it's
on
out
July
everywhere.
24th.
It's
Well,
out
it should
now.
be already out.
Yeah, it's out
It
now.
should
It
be
should be out.
Ask your local dealer.
That's man. Yeah, I like the
Quite
record because,
possibly.
like I said, I told fucking Art. He came in and he's like,
Fucking art.
Is that my new name now?
Yeah.
Fucking art.
he came in and he's just talking to me and he's like, I want to promote the record. And he brought it in. And you just asked him, I got excited. I'm like, this is fucking, I got really excited. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Omar almost said no until I showed him that. He was like, no podcast for you guys.
He's like, fuck these guys. Like, who are? Oh,
Yeah, and then I
real
heard-
album.
And then I heard the music. I was like, oh man, it's just fucking cool, man.
It's like you physically held it and you're like, oh shit, it's legit.
Yeah, like, you guys can't smell it, but
He didn't just tape it
It's
up.
funny. I first reaction I saw from Omar was he put his nose to the thing, and that's the first thing I did. I unwrapped it and I was
love
like,
doing that.
I was just sniffing it. You know, it smelled.
CDs.
It's that's it. You know,
It just smells like a rusty gold record.
nice.
it's
Yeah.
it smells like 2 years of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. And Subject 16 is going to be playing a show here, too, right? You guys are playing a show here?
Next Friday, sir, or this coming Friday.
Yeah. So it's a record release show?
Yeah.
Yeah, record EP show?
party.
Yeah, record EP party? Nice.
Yeah.
What's the show called? Is
Does
it
it like the party?
What's it called?
EP release.
EP release?
Yeah.
EP release show.
Sulfur release.
Hey, you wanted to do that
Release
into.
of release.
I
We
guess
don't
it's-
have a poster for the show yet, but David's gonna come up with that.
Okay.
I'm working on it. I got that background.
Are you excited to play the songs? Or you guys been playing the songs, I guess, right?
The
We've been
only one
practicing.
We don't do live as much is Prometheus, and
Okay.
that's one that I'm really excited for.
Okay.
Because yeah, we don't play that one often.
Also, we have enough heads to physical heads
As of late, we have enough hit. We got a new member.
Okay.
Yeah,
We don't want.
we get head. What?
Yeah, we don't want to say who he is yet, but we got a new member, and he could match some of the vocal parts of one of the layers of the vocals.
Yeah.
We practiced with him, and he does a good job at it.
Vocal
So
crazy.
Yeah, because fucking Luis likes to have 17 layers.
you know what? I didn't sing. I was never
I should have
Backup vocals?
Damn it.
I was never into vocals
Yeah.
until I joined this band. I mean, because these guys make he has 20 million layers on
I
a
have
song.
a strict vocal coaching regimen for Art. I'm like, Art, no sugar, only almond milk. You do your throat kegels, because you know what kegels are, But he's supposed to do throat kegels. Sounds really nasty now that I put it into context. And he's got to do eat ice cream every day
Oh,
to
nice.
strengthen his vocal cords.
And I still don't gain weight. I
And
don't
then,
know.
and then Art, all the hard work, you notice it because he doesn't do it. He doesn't do the vocals
He
like.
does well under pressure. So
It's hard to play and play and sing.
Well, it's not that. It's just I rarely practice vocals. I'm always practicing the guitar parts, or whatever I have to do there. So
Yeah.
I don't practice it as much. So I just,
Luis, as far as live shows, you guys are working on that and working to sing backup vocals and clean vocals at the same time.
We want to practice to get. We're trying to practice the sound that comes out of that record.
Oh.
But because normally we've been playing shows where I try to do all the vocal parts that I write for the songs, and then David does a lot in terms of. Well, not the newer songs, because for some reason I just didn't write multiple layers into them, but. David and I do a lot of backup together, and then Art does the screaming vocals.
Okay.
But this time around, after this release, after our resurgence, I want to go ahead and emulate what we do on the record by actually doing every single part and harmonizing vocals and stuff like that.
Nice.
So to actually have that, because we had that at one point when we had a different vocalist in the band, we were able to. I used to do backups when I was drumming, and then the other vocalist would do his parts, and we did really well live, in terms of reproducing the vocals. But then I started doing the vocals pretty much all by myself, so we didn't have that sound anymore.
Right.
But yeah, I want to get to that point where we can do it again and just practice together, and
Because I'll say this, I'm not a trained vocalist in any sort of fucking.
You're
form.
getting there,
Anyway.
David. I'm helping you. I love you.
That's cool.
Good.
So I guess the last song is what? Ashes Fall?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
When
Ashes.
wait. Ah, dang! I was gonna say that Bane quote, but there's no fall. I was gonna say when Gotham is ashes or whatever.
These guys are really into Batman. They quote things that I'm like, what are you guys talking about sometimes? So if you guys are lost, I'm just as lost as you. Don't think that I actually know what they're talking
Art's
about.
the dumb one in the middle.
Yeah.
You guys are comic fans or what? Comic fans, shit?
Yeah.
Or
David
Marvel
and I-
fans, I guess you would say.
David and I are the geeks of the band.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's in right now.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, we're not like, are we popular? No.
No.
Why? Because we're geeks.
Do we have friends?
Yeah, you see, I was a football player in high school, and
You know who my friends are? They're all online playing right now on video games and shit.
I was a football player, and I'm a lot younger than this guy. And I still bullied him in the locker room.
Nice. So you're the jock of the group?
And look at him.
I mean, can you not tell?
And look at him now. He's
Just
stuck
kidding.
here with us.
Yeah.
He peaked. He's stuck playing in a stupid band.
Pretty much.
I
Pretty much.
don't want to, clarify you guys, but you guys kind of remind me of As I Lay Dying.
That's a first.
shit.
That's
Yeah,
a
like,
first.
you know what I
I'm
mean?
They're my
not gonna
favorite
kill my
band.
wife, I swear.
Like, that's kind
Oh,
of...
you should not. Okay,
like,
cut that out.
That's like not the hardcore As I Lay Dying, but like the old As I Lay Dying before they...
Dude, that's even more hardcore.
Yeah, so before they broke up.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of, like, you know what I mean?
You know what?
So-
That's a first because I mean, me personally, I like As I Lay Dying like a lot. I mean, too bad they're not a band no more, but
Yeah.
I like them, and I mean, not that I always aim for that, but like that's a first because people say some bands, oh, you guys sound like this band, and I'm like, I'm not familiar with this band. I've never heard their songs, you know, so I feel bad. I'm like, okay, I guess we sound like them.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's a first. So thanks.
Yeah, that's what I got out of it. I don't know what you guys trying to get out of the sound.
I love that.
Yeah.
I actually this is what our review always is, right?
Yeah.
After we play a show, after we play a show, especially with people who aren't in this circle of music that they listen to, like more hardcore side, like metal stuff.
Right.
This is our usual review. Hey guys, that was good. Hey, that sounded like Green Day and Slipknot. And I just like, well, Slipknot's in there, so.
Yeah.
So that's cool, I guess.
I also hear some, like, Between the Bird and Me shit, too, in there.
Now that
Like, no, as far as, like, solo goes.
you're making me happy.
Like,
Which solo?
I've heard some bunch of solos. There's still solos in there or no?
Because
Not solos, but like riffs. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Oh.
the whole, like, I don't know. I just hear it. you know?
yeah, I was gonna say which riffs because a lot of it like it's him
Is
and
it?
me because like it's really iffy
Well, it wouldn't
because
be me in that
In
one.
regards to solos, I play a vast majority of the solos. David has David
so
has
solo.
Lucidity. No, Lucidity, that's David's solo. So once you hear that in there, Moth we switch off. And if you know our guitar styles, you kind of know who's doing what.
Okay.
And that's our lifestyle too.
Yeah, and we do that live too. We switch off live. And Bits and Pieces, the solo is it's all me. I'm doing the solo there. And David is the solo, everything for
You
Lucidity.
play the
So-
drums too.
so-
on this.
Oh, definitely.
so when he said he does most of it, in reality it's literally half. Am I correct?
he just said
Half.
all of it.
Half, yeah,
And I
it's
just
true.
clarified that he does the drum parts.
I mean, you guys gave me the title of lead, so I was just like, I just kind of assume I do most of
They're
the
just
solos,
labeled
but I
for-
don't. That's true.
they're
That's
just
true.
labeled.
It's just a label. I do the lead. I do most of the lead in Moth. Like, yeah.
So you know what? Yeah, actually,
Labels
yeah,
mean nothing. We are a rap group.
it's half and half. It is half and half.
So Ashes Fall. We're talking about that. So what is that song? That's gonna end up with that song. What do you guys think about Ashes Fall?
Ashes Fall is my favorite.
Yeah.
Ashes Fall
It's my
is-
favorite. I joke around saying it's not, but it really is.
You were saying when Ashes Fall? Oh, you were saying about the quote. That's why. Okay.
Yeah,
all
it's a
right,
quote.
all right, all right.
Yeah, Ashes Fall.
I came up with the name.
You
Same.
came up with the name. Yeah, we were on our way to a show the first time we were gonna play Ashes Fall, and we came up with the name within an hour and a half of playing the show. And we were like, okay, good. And then actually, I think that was the first time Rudy ever heard this song. Like, and we played it live together.
Yeah.
We had never practiced it, and then like we played it live, and he's like, this sounds like. When he saw the titles, he's like, that sounds like a death metal song, and we're like, it's not, but you know, that's cool. Rudy thinks.
Fun fact too. It's our heaviest song. It's our lightest tune song.
What do you mean latest tune?
It's tuned.
Oh,
it's
that's true.
tuned E standard. The song is in E standard,
Yeah.
but it's I guess the sound and the feel and everything. It sounds heavier, like really dark.
It is a
dark and
heavy
heavy.
song.
Yeah.
Heavy song. Love the drums.
So you guys
in that.
changed tunings also throughout the song, throughout the album?
Just one.
Just that song. I mean, we
Yeah,
don't
oh.
we don't really we
So
don't.
this one's dropped. Like,
Ashes isn't dropped. No,
Okay.
the
Oh,
the
yeah.
other songs are
Yeah.
dropped. Ashes isn't.
Okay. Oh really? Oh really?
It's just drop D. Like we're a drop D band. We're
Yeah.
not
Oh,
like
nice.
we weren't really a drop C band at the
Right.
time. Like we didn't really want
We're
to.
still not.
Yeah.
Next album
So
will be the.
what ended up happening was we I don't know. I made the riff
Right.
and it was an E standard, and we're like, oh, let's try it. So we ended up going with that, and it's pretty brutal.
It's pretty brutal. Yeah.
Well, for
Well, I mean,
our-
yeah, we don't want any elitists being like, oh, this
Yeah,
is brutal,
I
and
don't wanna
then
offend
yeah, Yeah, just hear it for yourself, and you make that decision.
No, I want to make the claim because like you know those bands. This is our heaviest album yet. Like
Yeah.
this is our
You
heaviest song yet.
you
I pre-blow their mind.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
And then they get
Don't
hit with
pre-blow
with
anybody's
a
minds.
Really high expectation, and then they're like, God, this song sucks.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be heavy, and they're like thinking of like organs and like creepy chants and stuff, and the song doesn't have any of that.
It has violins.
It does have violins though.
Has violins also?
Yeah.
Yeah?
it does.
So is
Not real violins.
ah shit, like keyboards.
Synths, yeah. synth.
Okay.
I wish.
Is there a lot of that, or just that song? A lot of
Um,
synths, or do you guys mess around with different sounds, or just guitars?
we did add like some stuff where we're like, oh, this sounds cool.
Right.
I know Moth has like a piano thing in it. Bits, I don't know about Bits.
This is just Prometheus. Just nah. It's pretty much just the typical band. 2 guitars, bass, drums. We didn't put so many different sounds in this one. There are some things that like different, like you mentioned, the synth and
Okay.
piano or violin, whatever. Not too much though. So
We believe in being bare bones.
Oh,
And
nice.
like what you hear is what you get.
Okay.
yeah, we don't really experiment too much with
Okay.
different noises.
Right.
I
Or maybe a
mean,
studio
We also
band.
play the songs live too.
Yeah, yeah.
And like,
yeah.
I mean, until we get like better equipment or like want to experiment more, like
It-
we're gonna play
yeah.
the songs we do on the record because that's how they're recorded.
And personally, like I'm one of those people like, oh, that doesn't sound like the CD, and I kind of get a little off on that.
Now-
No, I don't get off. It
If
turns me off.
If it
Okay.
sounds better though.
Yeah.
If it sounds better.
Oh, no, if it sounds better, but like sometimes if it sounds empty, like we used to do a shitload of harmonies, and
Oh, it's only the bass playing in the background.
yeah, and it's only
Okay.
the bass playing in the background
Rhythm.
instead of a rhythm guitar, and it just sounds emptier
Right.
than like what you hear, on the demo.
Yeah,
or
we
record.
do. Yeah, we used to do a lot of guitar harmonies, and that was the
We
Yeah.
were
What happened?
subject avenged. Subject sevenfold.
avenged subject fold.
So
That's a good one.
so I'm gonna end it off with Ashes Fall. Who wrote the lyrics for Ashes Fall? Is that you, Luis?
Yeah. that's me.
Yeah. What does Ashes Fall mean to you?
Ashes Fall is.
Say it. You know what I mean.
So I'm not gonna pretend to know that it has a meaning to it. What I like to do with my songs that I write is write something that, in some way, shape, or form, subconsciously, all the way deep down in the darkest depths of my mind, it means something. But as I'm writing it, I don't interpret what it is. But you can listen to it and be like, holy shit, like this song, this is what this means to me. Or
Right.
like anyone else can listen to it and put an exact meaning, personal meaning to it.
Okay.
But I mean, to be honest, I was just, when I write these songs, I like to get angry and fuel the songs that way, because that's how it works. You get angry to write metal
Right.
music.
Shitload of rock star.
So yeah, shitload of rock star, and then just get really angry.
Nice.
Just slap myself in the face a couple times, and it's just, the song comes out of anger, but in a good way,
So the difference between me and Luis is I actually think about my lyrics, and Luis just pops them off. He writes the hits.
David overthinks the lyrics.
David's songs come out of heartbreak, whereas mine comes out of like wanting to punch someone in the face. So,
All right, nice. That's good. So subject 16 just stopped by, talking about the record. So thanks guys for stopping by. So what's next for subject 16? What are you guys gonna do next?
Well, next,
The show.
The show, obviously, we're
Yeah.
doing the show, and we're just gonna keep playing shows and promoting that. And I mean, we want it available as many different places as possible. So listen to it. I mean, it's like I said, it's got a lot of I mean, you guys heard through the podcast, just different styles, and it's pretty much a year and a half, even years just worth of music. It's
Right.
only 5 tracks, but
literally lots of blood, sweat, and tears and anger went into this
Yeah.
album, at least on my part. So.
And a lot of perseverance through the hangovers.
Nice. And well, thanks subject 16 for stopping by. Thank you guys. Where can you find your music at?
Well,
Give
our
it a
album's
plug.
going to be released, should be released already by now. The
Yeah.
time this podcast comes out.
Right.
Should be on iTunes, pretty much every digital music platform, including Spotify, Google Play, YouTube. I think it'll be on.
should be on YouTube.
Anywhere that you can buy music online, it'll be there.
Okay.
And we could also sell these physical copies at our shows or
Nice.
through us. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. You guys have a website for the band, Instagram for the band? You guys Instagram personal?
We
Instagram?
do have an Instagram. We don't have a website yet going up yet, but
Yeah.
we Instagram is subject16 subject XVI.
Yeah.
Straight as it is, no uppercase, no caps, nothing.
Wait, here, let me clarify this. All right, we do technically have a site. It's temporary. It's the Facebook site.
Okay.
It's facebook.com/wearesubject16.
Right.
That's
where you do bookings and stuff like that?
yeah. That's
Okay.
where people get a hold of us. So yeah, fuck you, Art. And
Well, in regards to like website where we started up, no, we don't. But we do have, we have Facebook, obviously,
Okay.
like what David just said,
Yeah.
and we have the Instagram. We even have Twitter, subxvi,
Yeah.
which we haven't really promoted that much. But yeah, we do it. We are on those platforms.
there, Subject
Yeah,
16.
we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
And
you
then,
name it.
You can find us on YouTube also at youtube.com/subject16tv.
Nice. Hey, well, thanks for stopping by, you guys. I'm gonna check this out. We're gonna about to end it off with Ash's Fall. You guys wanna send it up with some last words?
Prepare to be rocked. Your socks off.
hi internet.
Bye, internet.
Don't show this record to your mom.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for stopping by. See you guys later, man.
Witness some twisting and turning of fate. All of this truth that has been betrayed. Tribulation where peace should reside. Reckless, unsorted abomination. Pushing my soul out from the inside. Wasting my body to sit and try. You will get round to I will not leave empty-handed, knowing the cause and heavy the loss, enduring the pain that all remains unsaved. I find myself overcoming my treachery from the beginning. Your death comes first. You wish I would hurry. Disgraceful life, saving yourself on the sword. Look for a sliver, a gleam of hope. Beat down the malice of which they spoke. So on now, not back down. I will not leave empty-handed. This is why I'm here. Already proven my worth. No longer you imagine enduring